The living room felt suffocating, as if the air itself was holding its breath. My hands shook as I gripped the phone, its screen casting a pale glow on a video paused at a moment that had already carved a hollow in my chest. The timestamp read 2:17 a.m., outside a bar I didn't recognize. The footage was blurry, but her face, her unmistakable face, was clear, laughing under neon lights, her hand brushing against someone else. I froze on the couch, the leather groaning beneath me, the faint hum of the fridge slicing through the silence. The key turned in the lock. "Hey, I'm home," Sarah called, her voice light, carefree, like she was scattering confetti. Her heels clicked against the hardwood, her coat sliding off her shoulders. I didn't move. The phone felt like a live grenade in my hands. "In here," I said, my voice barely holding steady. She stepped into the room, auburn hair catching the lamplight, her smile faltering as she took in my expression. "Sit," I gestured to the couch. "Watch this." Confused, she sank into the cushions. I pressed play. The video flickered to life, a shaky clip sent by a friend labeled with a single word: "Sorry." Sarah's laughter filled the small speakers, distant and light, as she leaned toward a man, her fingers lingering on his sleeve. The camera zoomed, catching the sparkle in her eyes, the casual graze of his hand on her back. The clip ended abruptly, leaving silence heavier than any words. Her breath caught. Hands clenched in her lap, knuckles white. "Where did you get this?" she whispered, brittle. "Does it matter?" I asked, leaning forward, elbows on my knees. The faint scent of her jasmine perfume, once comforting, now smelled sharp, twisted. "Who is he, Sarah?" Her eyes darted, first to the floor, then to the window blinds, slicing stripes across her face. "It's not what it looks like," she said, finally, rehearsed. "It was just a moment. A stupid, meaningless moment." I wanted to believe her. After 12 years together, we had built a life full of lazy Sundays, coffee, crosswords, late-night movies, her humming off-key in the shower. But the video wasn't the first crack. There were late nights at the office, her phone face down, locked with a code she never shared. Small things, dismissible until they weren't. "Tell me," I said, voice cracking. "Tell me everything." Her throat bobbed. "His name, it's Ethan. He's just a coworker. We were out with the team, celebrating a project. I had too much to drink. And she pressed her lips together as if stopping the truth might make it harmless. "And you what?" My voice rose, sharp. "You let him touch you. You laugh like you were happy, like you were alive in a way you haven't been with me in months." Her eyes flared, a flicker of defiance breaking through guilt. "You think I'm happy? You think I'm alive? You're never here, Mark. Buried in your work, your laptop, your meetings. When was the last time you really looked at me?" Her words stung, but they didn't erase the image burned into my mind. Her hand on his arm, her smile brighter than anything I'd seen in years. "So this is my fault?" I paced, the floor groaning under me. "You're blaming me for your sneaking around?" "I'm not sneaking," she snapped, rising. Her cheeks flushed, eyes wet with unshed tears. "It was one night, just one. I didn't sleep with him, Mark. I didn't even." "Then why does it feel like you did?" I stopped. My hands clenched. The room seemed to shrink, walls pressing in, air heavy with all the things unsaid. I remembered the late-night text she called work-related, the sudden return of red lipstick, the stiff pull away when I reached for her. "Mark," she said softly, stepping toward me, hand outstretched. I flinched, she froze. "I love you. I do. I felt invisible. He saw me." Her words drove the knife deeper. I sank back on the couch, head in my hands. The room was too quiet, the kind of quiet that screams. "Say something," she pleaded, voice barely above a whisper. I met her eyes, desperate, guilty, yet somehow relieved, like a secret too heavy to carry had finally been lifted. "I don't know if I can trust you," I said, voice final. "Not after this." Her face crumpled. She sank to her knees, clutching my hands. "Please, Mark. I'll do anything. I'll stop seeing him. Quit my job if I have to. Just don't give up on us." I pulled my hands away. Her warmth burned like betrayal. "It's not about him, Sarah. It's about you. You chose to hide this. You chose to lie." She sobbed, broken, echoing in my chest. I wanted to hold her, to make it okay, but the video replayed endlessly in my mind. Her laughter, his hand, the way she leaned toward him as if drawn by gravity. The doorbell rang, sharp, intrusive. We froze. I crossed the room, legs unsteady. Through the peephole I saw him, tall, dark-haired, hands in his pockets. Ethan. The man who'd entered my life uninvited. "What is he doing here?" I growled at Sarah. Panic flashed across her face. "I don't know," she stammered. "I swear." I yanked the door open. His expression didn't falter. "Mark, right?" he said, voice too steady. "We need to talk." The world tilted. My pulse roared. I gripped the frame to stop myself from lunging. Behind me, Sarah's sobs grew, but I didn't turn. I stared at Ethan, the man too close, too familiar, and knew that the truth wasn't just in the video. It was here, in the moment, and whatever came next would change everything.